That's why I'm #1 in the world, if you ever wonder.
The American bravado.
Fantastic poker there.
Oh man, that is some real spice right there.
It's Stephen Song Summer here in Barcelona.
Kowalski with an opportunity to defend his button here. Gonna go with the flat against the hijack range of Shilko.
Stephen Song with a suited ace.
Yeah, and we saw him bump it up with ace-5, but here decides to just call. So, of course, these top guys employ some randomization as well, sorts of things. And it's
Ace-6 tray.
Kowalski.
It's Stephen Song Summer here in Barcelona.
140.
Oh, he's raised. He's raised, a little unconventional from the great man. And this C-bet from Shilko setting off a chain reaction where there's now 330 in the pot.
325.
So it's not only calls.
And it's not a significantly large size. I mean, 140 to 325. You know, we're not talking about a 3x raise to, 420. We're talking about only another 185,000 chips after putting in 140. If Kowalski thinks he can do this with something like a 5-7 of hearts, maybe he needs to continue sometimes.
And he will call.
Makes the call.
Getting stubborn in position.
This pot is getting huge.
Yeah, Stephen Song's reputation preceding him a little bit here as well.
There's 40 big blinds in there. And it's another 6 on the turn. That's a full house
Such
for
an
Song.
interesting card. It's like good and bad.
Wow. Kowalski, and I do understand this check. Now he's not worried about his opponent making a flush.
And do we ever see some sort of, no, we're gonna see the check from Kowalski, which makes complete sense.
Here comes the river, it's the 9.
Yeah, and Kowalski lucky not to hit a 10. And now what size does Song want to go?
275.
Bet 275,000. 6-6 bet 275,000.
And
it's been a while.
He pays. He pays.
I mean, he made a bet that made it very likely to get called.
Yeah.
All right, so a three bet and a defend from the King Jack suited in the cutoff. And this board is a whole lot of nutting for Santerre. Does Lonis find a continue here, having 3-bet from out of position? 610K in the middle, and we'll put in a continuation bet. I guess we're going for like a third here most of the time. 180, even smaller. So we were expecting around 200K, but goes a smidge smaller anyway, and is called in position, King Jack suited. This is going to put Ace Queen in a really weird spot because they don't have any backdoors. So an Ace or a Queen feels really good for Lonis. Otherwise, very tricky to know what to do on the turn here. And the board pairs. So Ace Queen's still the best hand. However, hearts for Santerre, and an additional reason to continue, perhaps, if there is another bet. Lonis has 685K behind. There's 970 in the middle. Checks it over.
Both of them with a pretty shallow stack to pot ratio.
220.
6 bets, 220,000.
Still bluffing with that draw.
All in.
Oh man! And this is part and parcel to why we might want to just shove the turn here, Joe. We don't.
That's why I'm #1 in the world, if you ever wonder.
The American bravado. Welcome to the EPT. Gilles Simon, 9-8 suited.
I would be surprised if you didn't want to play this one, Joe, as our chip leader. Cheeky little min raise, no problem at all.
Guess what? You don't have to be surprised. Ace-4 in the big blind for Tazurek. Is going to defend off the 27 big blind stack. Ace-deuce-deuce, top pair for Tazurek. Tazurek checks to the player who last aggressed, and that player is going to continuation bet, a.k.a. continue that pre-flop aggression right into top pair.
Just the one big blind, but that's usually enough to get the job done. You're not going to get an ace to fold for the one, but let's see how it goes to the turn.
5 on the turn. That leaves Simon with no way to win this hand at showdown. Probably not many ways to get Tazurek off of it either.
1.2.
Checks to Simon, who does not slow down. Fires 1.2 million into 1.8, 2/3 pot. And I can't imagine Tazurek's too upset about this.
Especially with the gut shot, Joe, yeah.
Cuts out the call. River card is a 10. So Simon left with 9 high. Will Simon wave the white flag or run into the buzzsaw? We saw Tazurek lay down the best hand for tournament life once before. Simon puts him to the test again. And Tazurek did fold again.
Wow.
Simon gets away with a huge one.
Speechless, Joe, speechless. Fantastic poker there from Simon.
On to Molenaar with 9-8 suited and does have the chips to mess around. We got a mess around hand and we got mess around stack. Expect some messing around.
Got to mess around.
And we are going to 2 a flop. 7-5-4.
It's a mess around flop, Joe.
2 hearts. It is a mess around flop. It's a board that favors the messer arounder.
Indeed.
Checks through 5 on the turn. Maguire may be feeling a little bit better about his ace, but Molenaar is going to be well aware that his range contains way more hands that connect with 4-7-5-5 than Maguire's does.
I want him to bet 90K.
Well, that's looking pretty close. That looks like exactly 90, to be honest.
Oh.
No, 110. Exactly pot.
Very nice. Love to see it. Really want to see a chunky lead here. If I'm Maguire and I'm checking ace-queen on this board, I probably always call turn here. Just because it's really important that if you're going to check this flop, you don't get exploited by some straight draws and or some flush draws that will lead like this on turn. Although it's a big portion of his stack, so you got to appreciate why that size is so good, Joe. Yep. Nice work. Does call with the best of it. Obviously still not out of the woods yet, though. 10 of diamonds is clean.
Yeah, ace-queen will win at showdown if we get there. Is Molenaar going to make that easy or make that difficult?
Oh, man. I think there's some better rivers to bet here if you're Molenaar. But I think that either option is fine, checking and or betting. I always get caught betting here, but it's whether or not your opponent's capable of making the ace-queen call, the ace-king call, the ace-jack call. Ace-10 might still be in there as well. I don't see why not, so that's obviously got to be a concern. Would have loved to have seen like a... Oh, my days!
He made it difficult. There will be no showdown. Molenaar wins this pot with pure elbow grease.
Oh, man, that is some real spice right there.
Ace-queen for Jamil Wakil.
And he gonna play. Is it Wolfgang in the big blind here?
Well, we've got Geddes on the button first, and he's got 9, so he flats. And with Mateos folding the small, action will be on Wolfgang in the big.
What you got? What you got?
King Jack of clubs.
Oh, James, this could be dangerous. It's a great squeeze spot. He's got a perfect stack that he can just ship here. If he can get it past the initial razor, which will be quite wide, and convince the dealer button to fold, he picks up a huge pot at non-showdown. Plus, if he gets called by 9s or similar, he's going to be flipping. And it looks like he's taken the advice. He's going to go for it. He will have to contend with at least one of these hands, though, James. There's no chance he's getting both players to fold.
Call.
Jamil Wakil calls with the ace-queen, and now Geddes is like, oh, what am I meant to do?
Did you see the look on his face? He's like, this is nasty. I didn't think I'd have to do this. So it might just be verse 1, James. Does Geddes. I mean, if he's reacting already, I assume he's already made up his mind, James. You can't shake his head and then decide to go all in, or it looks really weird. He's doing it again.
And if you call, you're kind of playing your card face up for the rest of the hand.
Wow, guys, this is a big spot here for me. You're ahead, but I have stuff.
You do have live cards.
He's got stuff.
You had pair.
Not like this, not like this. I know.
Will this flop be good for poker, James?
Heidelberg.
Very nice.
Heidelberg. Come on, for Heidelberg. Let's go.
Wolfgang at risk and currently behind.
Too many.
Yeah.
Jack on the flop. But 6 outs for Jamil Wakil. Wolfgang needing to fade. Aces and queens. Turn card. 3 of clubs. So same outs for Wakil. Same cards that Wolfgang Poker has to fade to survive.
Is the river good for poker?
It can't be an ace or a queen. The river is good for poker.
Go! That's so good for poker.
There it is.
That's so good for poker. Let's go. Needed that. I was on life support.